12 passengers went to the hospital, but so many people felt the impact of that crash. In a moment, you'll see how someone tried to break all of the windows, possibly with a brick. So there's a crack there, there's a crack right here, and you see they were successful with this back window, and in fact, there it is, all that glass. All that water went down significantly throughout the day. However, the damage was already done. There were several drivers stranded and stuck with nowhere to go. This is all from Hurricane Helene. With Milton on the way, there's concern this debris can turn destructive. There are still a few dozen Trump supporters outside Versailles all night screaming chants like Trump is alive, Viva Trump, and USA. Just a couple of doors down, another business owner says this man walked inside their store too, scaring them and their customers. Just past this fence, past this empty lot, sits the barge. There it is right there. The U.S. Coast Guard says they're trying to learn and understand how this crash happened. You told me you've lived here, what, 14 years now?
Yeah, about 14 years.
Have you ever seen anything like this here in your home?
Nothing like this. It's, it's unprecedented.
The many people you see here were at Bayfront Park just 2 weeks ago with the same message.
I got my hat. I don't know what the hat says. They just put it on my head just now. Let me make sure it's good. Oh, yeah, Stanley Cup champion.
From standing where townhomes used to sit, dozens of people left here Tuesday night, U2, and they thought they would come back to their home. And sadly, this is what they found. This was a violent wreck. Right now, police don't know what led up to the crash or who's at fault, but yes, 2 cars were involved. Tampa is still dealing with a few issues. No electricity, little gas, and flooding. Several neighborhoods look just like this, and many families haven't left in days. And down the street here, people have abandoned their cars because the water, you can clearly see, is too high. The city says they're working to pump all of this water out and address all those other issues. But for many people, this is just too much to handle at once. All they can do is wait.
We thought maybe it would go down over the course of a day. It's been in the same spot, hasn't budged.
Parts of Tampa are still underwater, days after Hurricane Milton ripped through the area. Cars are abandoned, homes are without power. 65% of the traffic lights in the city are down. Tampa's mayor says it's all hands on deck.
We are doing all that we can.
The city is working to pump water out of neighborhoods like University Square.
They can't move. There's no way to get through that water. It's too deep.
The water is up to Marcus Brunig's home. They have no power. He says fortunately they have a generator, but he knows many of his neighbors don't.
I mean, we're all right. It sucks to see what happened to them. There was a lot of camaraderie. People were helping each other as best they could out in the area.
Another concern in Tampa, gas. At this Wawa, people brought their cans and lined up in the parking lot. Some waited for hours. How was those 3 hours?
Entertaining, because you see a lot of crazy, people voicing their opinions, so, nothing crazy.
Tampa's mayor says once they can pump the water out of the port, they can get the fuel to these gas stations.
We'll get people the fuel that they need.
One of many needs people across Tampa are crossing their fingers for.
This water's not going anywhere, so we're just hoping.
It affected my life so much. Negative.
She says she doesn't remember the night she almost lost her life.
God put his hand on me.
October 3rd, 2023. Patricia Lozano was heading home from work when she was hit by another driver on Northwest 54th Street and 3rd Avenue. Miami police say they were trying to pull over a stolen SUV, but the driver, Ivan Gonzalez, sped off. Police say Gonzalez crashed into Lozano's SUV and another car.
I feel sad. I feel worried.
Lozano was in the ICU 16 days and spent more than a month in the hospital. She had many broken bones and fractures from her spine to her ribs and nose. She now uses a walker or cane to get around. Her life completely changed.
Only I remember when I wake up in the hospital.
When Lozano was hit, her SUV flipped upside down and slammed into this gym. You see, the front of the business is still boarded up. Lozano was trapped inside. Gonzalez is now on house arrest, which is concerning for Lozano.
I feel a little afraid right now. because he in this moment is outside.
Right now, she's focused on healing and getting back to normal, and she's taking it day by day.
I grateful to be alive. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, not that one.
It was her second day on the job.
Oh, if you buy your tumble.
Ivana Maurissier says everything came crashing down. She speaks Creole, but it's not hard to understand that she is grateful she's alive. Nearly 2 months after a propane gas explosion inside Caribbean's Heart restaurant in Florida City, this is video from inside and outside the smoke shop next door. Maurissier was in the kitchen that Saturday morning getting ready for the restaurant's grand opening when she says the gas stoves would not turn on. She says the maintenance team from the gas company showed up to try and fix the stoves, and the next thing she remembers, there was an explosion.
As I heard the blast, parts of the ceiling fell on me, and the only thing I knew to do was scream, "Jesus, save me."
Maurissier says she was able to get out the building.
I felt my mouth fill up with blood. I was spitting blood, and that's when I lost consciousness.
The attorneys representing Maurissier are suing the gas company Florigas. They filed a lawsuit last week alleging Florigas made several failures. They also filed a lawsuit last month on behalf of the smoke shop.
They violated basic safety rules. If they tested the gas lines for leaks before they lit the stoves, the explosion would never occur.
Attorney Sam Coffey says the technicians who showed up that morning worked for Florigas.
We're going to hold these companies accountable for what they did on this day.
That's what Maurissier wants.
I'm here in the United States to find a means to care for my child back in Haiti. I want to find justice.